Yo, what up? Welcome back to another episode of No Paperwork Podcast. Your boy N-Sane. We got BFD in the building.
Yes, sir.
Today we got Tiga Hood. What's up, my brother Tiga Hood?
What's up, man? What's up? No
Man.
paperwork. What's up?
Yeah, you back again. Last time we had you here with J.Hind.
Right.
We
Yeah.
just got done doing a live with Moose Man. And man, I think that was a pretty fire live.
It was
You know
pretty
what I mean?
sick, yeah.
It was cool talking about rap and history and music. And so last time we had you on, we were talking about, you were doing producing and shit. And you were kind of like, J.Hind's right-hand man for the podcast and shit. So you are J.Hind's right-hand man when he travels and stuff, or how does that work?
I mean, yeah. I just travel with the label. J.Hind, he always puts me in position to win.
What's the label name?
DENALI Music.
Kali Denali,
And then
yeah.
now it's the Dollar Music Group as well.
What does that mean?
Dollar Music Group is like the Don.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
So like the big Dollar Music is just the Don.
okay. And what does Kali Denali mean?
Kali Denali is actually the brand, like the brand truck as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Cali, and the truck.
Oh, yeah.
And then
And
like
just
Black
sounds cool,
Truck, yeah,
right?
and then just it sounds
Just sounds
sick,
cool.
Cali Denali.
yeah, Bohemia made it up, and so I just rocked with it, and now Jay's the CEO of the label, and yeah, it's been nuts. So it doesn't matter whether I'm like the right hand man, the left hand, the driver, the backseat. The greatest thing about the car is that it goes the same fucking place. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
and that's dope. And I think that's what a lot of labels, a lot of independent labels don't have is they don't have the group. Everybody wants to be the driver.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to sit in the back seat, and definitely nobody wants to sit bitch. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, playing your role means, hey man, you got to sit in the bitch so we can all win. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like sometimes you got to, or sit in the back seat.
Right,
So
definitely.
and once the driver gets to the destination, and we're all there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's dope that you're, like you have that mindset. Now, is that a cultural thing or is that just?
Man, there's a saying, right? It's hard to be number one in an industry where everybody's trying to be number one, but at least there's enough money at number 15, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what I live by too, is because I've seen so many people fight for the number one spot, right? And then God is so good where he blessed me to be around people at the number one spot.
Right.
And it's like, damn, like y'all fighting for this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'd much rather be like just chilling at the house. I'd much rather be chilling with y'all. I'd much rather be than dealing with the type of problems that these people have, right?
What type of problems? Because you mentioned that
just mental,
off
like
camera,
mental
but-
stability. What's a crazy question that I ask every fucking artist that I deal with is, when do you know how to turn yourself on and off? Like, what's the difference between the in front of the camera and off the camera? And like, some of them can't even answer it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of them say, "Oh man, that's a deeper question. I'm gonna have to come back to you later." No, motherfucker, you just don't know how to answer it. It's okay. Like, it's all right. Sit down, drink some water, like figure it out.
Right.
But yeah, it's like what you see is what you get with me. So it's
Right.
like when it's like I meet somebody or whatever, they're like, "Man, I want to see what you're like off of camera." I'm like, "All right, that's crazy." And we take them out. I'm the same person. I still treat everybody the same. Still super respectful. Still humble-ish. There's some times where you got to step on somebody's neck. But other than that, like, man, they got problems, man. Mental problems, and a lot of them take it really, really well. And I've learned to get, I don't know, kind of like some sort of training from that, right?
Right.
But it's hard. It's hard. For
Yeah.
sure.
Well, that's like Britney Spears, for instance. She's a big celebrity and went crazy and started doing all sorts of crazy shit. She had to get what is that? Where the power of attorney or whatever conserved. She had to get conservatorship by her father, right? Because she was not in the right mind. She's been a celebrity since she was a teen, and she doesn't know how to act, right? So is that kind of like the same thing you were talking about?
Thank God that it hasn't been, right? And I haven't been around that many people long enough to know if that's really been a thing, because I think something like that has been so behind curtains, right?
Yeah.
That you only know about it when the select few know.
Yeah.
you know? And sometimes when like someone like us, like someone like me knows, even though I'm around people every day, it's still like, oh shit, this is happening. Like, man, these guys are like, honestly, these people have been doing it so long where they know, like they're putting in the blinders, you know?
Yeah.
So it's hard for us to even know what's real life for them too, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes we're just like following suit, you know?
So can we backtrack a little bit?
Yeah.
Like you from Sac.
I'm from Sac.
Like
yeah.
your label's in India, but you from Sac.
Yeah, born and raised, born in Sutter Memorial Hospital downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And you grew up like around here in the north, huh?
Yeah, I grew up in North Highlands, Foothill Farms. And took the catwalk, kicked it at Foothill High, like, you know, just started smoking weed at 11, fucking on the catwalk, like looking at cars go by. You know, I'm right there on Madison. So
yeah,
it's Sacramento, born and raised for sure. Like Scandia, like
Yeah.
the whole shit. That was my stomping grounds, dude.
Yeah.
And now, you know, coming from Sacramento, now you working with major artists in India, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
doing the India shit.
But it wasn't just the transition from Sac to India. I've been fucking with you for a while now, right? And like you took a crazy kind of fucking route.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, so I guess I'll get into it, right? But I started. I was playing like, you know, the drums in school. I was, you know, trumpet player. I was first trumpet. You know, played all through, you know, Reno jazz festivals, and you know, won crazy awards from them, and then became a drummer. And my parents didn't even know. They dropped me off to a jazz band, and I was basically tired of playing the trumpet at that point.
Yeah.
And so they're like, they go to my concert, and they're like wondering where the fuck I am. They're like texting me and calling me, and by that time it was like texts and calls were like 10 cents. You know what I mean? Yeah. So then the drummers come out, and they're like wondering what the fuck I'm doing, and then all of a sudden I start playing. They're like, dude, you know how to play drums too? But they forget, like, I was always going to my boy's house with a drum set, and like practicing like 3 times a week while they're in there like chatting, you know? So like I got so good where I was able to be in the jazz band as the fucking drummer. And then a studio took me after I got, you know, whatever. A studio took me on. I started playing drums for their tracks, and they taught me how to make beats, and then, you know, a series of no's became nothing but yeses, you know? And, you know, then I got picked up from, I started working on sets down in LA, and then I got picked up by Black LYFE. Well, and then it was crazy because I went to a place in Bakersfield. It was called American Sound Recording, and I was the only dude who was doing hip hop at that time, right? So since like my hookups and everything in LA, they're like, dude, might as well you come in and be the hip hop director. And I'm like 22 years old at American Sound Recording. So like that's like Garth Brooks, Faith Hill, like big studio. You know what I mean? It's like the premier studio in Central California at that time. And they're like, yeah, here, boom, gave me a key. A dude named Rick Stevens. You can look him up today. Then this other lady, she was like dating some ESPN guy. Like, I don't know. Like they had some major funding for that place.
Yeah.
And then, shit, dude. Then I met Black LYFE Inc., which was, you know, affiliated with Dog Pound, BMF, everybody in that realm. And I started messing with them while I'm still doing the American Sound Recording. And then my first clients from American Sound Recording came in, which was nuts. First one was Maureen Ricaldi. She was doing a lot of like McDonald's commercials. She was like amazing voice. She is amazing, right? And then the next one is the fucking Jacksons, you know, Siggy Jackson. He's like, hey, do you know who B. Howard is? I'm like, dude, B. Howard's like Michael's illegitimate son. Like, are you serious? Like, it's like, what are you talking about? Right? And then he comes in, looks like Mike, sounds like Mike, like insane. It's so crazy. And then in walks Quadrille Lawman, which was the other team. And then in walks Siggy Jackson, and then Jackie Jackson. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? I'm 23 years old, don't know what the fuck to do. Like, these guys are like icons, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm not going to be their engineer. Like, I'm nowhere near, like, no way. Thank God I wasn't, right? I'm not even going to jaws to you. I wasn't I was the gopher that day. I was the go for this, go for that. Like, I don't give a shit.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. And what's cool is that they didn't ask me to do shit. They asked me to go for a seat and watch. And do you have anything to say? Like, I even came up with some bars to come up with, you know? Yeah. So it was sick. Like, they took a 23-year-old nobody at that time, and they were like, oh, yeah, let's use some of his bars. Let's use... What? Like, crazy, you know? So it was tight. And then Black Life took me on. And he's like, you can have the biggest room in our mansion. He gave me the keys to Black Diamond. Shout out to Trey. He gave me the keys to a brand new E55 Benz. He told me to live in the bottom of his mansion. And the only time I'd basically have to do anything is when people knocked on my door. And so I'd I would literally wake up to like crazy people at my fucking door, and all I had to do was record them or make beats or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, this is the life. You know what I mean? And then, then push comes to shove, moved back out here to Sac, did like some crazy label work out here, and then Q Made the Beat really helped me throughout my whole music career. Yeah, he's popping out here. Yeah, that's my big bro for real. And then he told me about Bohemia. I was actually working for a company that was like, it was for appliance repair, and out here in Sac. And he was like, hey, he called me. He's like, hey, do you know who Bohemia is? I'm like, yeah, dude, he's like a fucking rap god in India. I'm like, I don't like speak the language too well, or, you know, understand it too well, but my cousin knows him. Yeah. My whole like kid side knows him. So he's like, well, bring some weed, get to the studio, he's coming. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Yeah. And I quit my job that day. Something told me to quit my job. And I left. I swear, yeah. I left and got in the car, went to the studio, and then here he comes. He's there. And
yeah, for context real quick, like Bohemia is like the Tupac of India.
Yeah,
right?
he's like the Tupac / Michael Jackson fame. Like he's the guy who started Indian rap back in 2001. So it's like you damn near like listen to like Russian rap because of him. Right. Like you listen to like rap in other languages because he made it like dope for like Punjabi, bro. He was like one of the Godfather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen his Vlad interview and shit, right? And I mean, I've heard of Bohemia, right? Like, yeah. I think any hip hop head has heard of Bohemia, right? But I didn't realize how big he was or how much of an impact he had worldwide. Right. Because his impact over here isn't as big.
Right. But I didn't know about him at all till I met you, and I started looking at the numbers, and I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was, and honestly, like I didn't even tell him I made beats. Like I had this, like I was in the green biz, you know, back in the day, and you know I was able to, you know, have some pretty fire ass tree, you know. Yeah. And he started rolling up, and so he's like, hey, you got some weed? I was like, hey, you know, whatever. And so I started rolling him, and then I passed him a fucking log. I'm like, here you go, bro. He's like, dang, man. He's like, you know, whatever. And then he asked me my name, and then I was like popping some jokes, and you know, like how I am, just try to be, you know, one with the wave, you know. Right. And he's like, dude, you're cool as fuck. And then we found out that we were neighbors. Like, yeah. Well, he lived in Roseville, and I at the time, and then I lived in up the hill, like Granite Bay area, and. So I started going to his house like every day. Oh, okay. Like almost every day. Yeah. Started like kicking it. And then I didn't even tell him like I knew how to make beats or anything like that until J.Hind was like, hey, you want to be in a music video? Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll be in a music video. Like, what the hell? And my Tesla, like there was a flat tire. So I had to pick him up in like my 1991 sedan DeVille. And it was like a dope boy car. It was sick though, like for sure. Like it's been in hella videos and shit. But he's like, dude, we should throw this bitch in the video. So he's like laying on my car, and I'm like there, but it's like the video is like over like I think it's like 18 million views or something like that now. But yeah, it was sick. And then we did the sync like on top of Sac, and then I started playing beats while we were on the way to the. He's like, you made these? I'm like, yeah, bro, I make beats. He's like, why the fuck haven't you said anything? We've been kicking it for fucking so long, you know. And I'm like, damn, my bad, man. Like. It's not really important. Like, this is important. Like, You know, it's different. You know, so. And I didn't come in as a super fan. So I feel like he respected that, you know, right. Because I was able to talk to him like a friend, like a brother, you know what I mean? And to a lot of A-list celebrities, it's like, you know, that part is gone because everybody's supposed to be on your coattail because, like, you're that guy, like, bro, like, it's cool. It's my dog, Bo. Like, it's good. You know what I mean? And I feel like that realness is, you know, the reason why I got like this with everybody.
Yeah. And I think that's the reason why we gravitated to you too. Like you just a cool, solid motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean?
Man.
But you be knowing shit.
Right.
You be knowing shit. And I'll be like, damn, that's
like you really well versed in not only music, but just in life in general, right? You have a cool story and you being genuine. I think that's what people gravitate towards you, right? That's Bohemia. Like he's like, oh yeah, you genuine, you just cool ass dude, and you weren't pushing your music on him. Like I'm pretty sure somebody else with your skill set in your exact same position would be like, oh, check this out, check out my beats, check out my music.
Right.
I mean, how many times does that happen to artists? You know, all the time. It happens
all the time.
Right.
Yeah,
it happens to everybody. I mean, it happens to me all the time. Like, hey, check out my music. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like.
And it's wild though, like when you look at it now, I'm so glad that I wasn't that person to push my music, right? Because there definitely was in the room, you know? But, I mean, if you feel like that you need to push it, cool, right? Whatever. But the universe tends to spin people around that you need at the time you need them.
Yeah.
Right? So, I don't know. I didn't feel like the need to really push it.
Right.
Because my energy goes a long way because I can help somebody with business. I can help somebody with their credit. I can help somebody with, you know, anything they need. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be music. It doesn't always have to be music. Yeah. You know, like my buddy Jota Pagwara, shout out to Jota. Dope Indian rap. He just hit like 300 million on his YouTube. So shout out to you. He was just telling me when we were in Kasali, he's like, dude, he's Sidhu Moosewala's jeweler, and he was wearing Sidhu's AP that he made for him. Sidhu, rest in peace. And then his bracelet. It was absolutely insane. And he's like, dude, I didn't do anything. We don't ever talk about music. We didn't ever talk about this. We didn't ever. I'm like, so it just only like reinstilled that whole thing of like, okay, well, whatever they want to talk about, whatever comes up in conversation, that's what's going to be the blessed conversation.
Right.
You know, you don't have to force your way every time because there could be something else like, hey, you can help somebody vent that day. You know what I mean? And then and then through that, your calling will be found in that relationship.
Yeah. No, I definitely, like my boy Black Rhino, who we did the magazine with when we first started the magazine. Like he was a producer. He produced for a lot of big names like E40. He produced for Bone Thugs. He produced for a couple of people, right? He had, but he was around people. And when we first started the magazine, he was like, "Whatever you do, don't act like a fan. Right? Don't fanboy out. I don't care who it is. Just be cool. We're here for business." And you know, I was young at the time. I was 18, and so that really stuck with me, right? So there's people I've been around that I should have and I could have, I should have took pictures with and been, you know, it would have been great to, but I also have is the stories, right? Like like Nipsey Hussle, we were in the studio with him when he was recording his first album for Epic that never came out, but I was actually chilling with him and shit. Never got no pictures or anything, but just to have conversation with him, talk to him about certain shits, you know, smoke weed with him and shit.
Yeah, like when is it okay to take pictures with these things? Because, right?
Right.
Well, I think once you get to know somebody, right? But I mean, you know, at the time, like you said, it's just having relationships,
right?
Like and just being genuine and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. And
like,
don't think that I didn't get checked in the beginning, right? Because I'm like, oh, dude, this is crazy. Like one of my posts just like went crazy, like just because he's in this picture. Like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm just right here at breakfast, bump. But then he's like, hey man, I really don't like it when people do it like when I'm eating. Okay, shit. So then I was like, and then I had the conversation with him like, hey, watch my stuff, watch this, watch how I'm supposed to portray myself, watch this. So I like really respected that, right? And then I started carbon copying it to every fucking person I knew, because one person shouldn't be just treated as a king.
Right.
Every fucking buddy should be, right? So I started to do that with everybody, because I felt like that, okay, the uber respect part, right? Make everybody look as good as possible. So then I just started like thinking like that for everybody. And then now people started hitting me for like QCs for the videos and because now it's the I. Now it's the like, hey, you left this thing off. Hey, fucking fix this person collar. Hey, you know what I mean? Just like little nuances, little things that make it that much better, right? And it's only through the respect of that person's privacy, that person's, you know, the way they want to live their life, right? That's what it means, you know?
Yeah, no, that's a good game. That's a good lesson for people just in general, right? Yeah. Like, you know, treat the janitor just like you would treat the CEO 100%. Of the company. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people, people get so involved in themselves that they forget that there's other people. Man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and I think that's one thing that benefited you, learning that game at a young age and being able to portray that on other people and shit, what you learned, which is dope. You know what I mean? So then what came after that, the Bohemia?
It's just been, I've been with the label for so long, you know, and then now it's just transitioned to like a lot of like single stuff, like with J.Hind. Now I'm like, you know, with Deep Jandu, he's like he's the Dr. Dre of India. You know, cool. I just got out of his studio and like kicking it with him like off and on for like 2 weeks out there in India. You know.
Yeah, you just came back from Dubai.
Yeah, just landed from Dubai like on Tuesday. What is it? Friday. So yeah, it's been a wild ride for the last month for sure. But
how often do you be going over there?
You know, not enough, right? And which I found out this last trip, man. My dad is a great man, and he's like rebuilding the whole village, and he's like repaving roads. He's doing a whole bunch of stuff, man, and you know, just going over there and seeing how much respect that the people have for me because of my family, and not just because of like what I'm doing in the music industry, which definitely plays a part to the status of what's going on in the family, but my dad and my grandfather and, you know, my uncles, they're really great people. You know, my dad is a great man, dude. I have huge shoes to fill, you know. And going over there, I'm like, holy shit, I should be coming back next week. Yeah. You know, so
your dad played in the PGA Senior Tour, right?
Yeah. So my dad, he won multiple Golf Channel stuff, multiple senior, you know, PGA things that were going on the Golf Channel. The Pro-Am Tour, my dad's won that a few times. Yeah. I was actually there. I left a concert there at the Tiger, and then I left that day. My dad didn't know I was going to come out. I surprised him. He ended up winning the tour that day.
So is that how you got your name, Tiger Hood, after Tiger Woods?
Dude, there's two ways I can tell you, right? There's two. See, this is the one way I tell the white people. Right. And it's the half white side of me. I'm like, I tell the half white side of my family this, and then there's a real story. Since I told you there's two stories, I have to tell you both now. Yeah. Right? So the white side is, well, I'm from the hood and I play golf. I played high school and college golf. Boom shakalaka, cut, you know, it's pretty short and sweet, right?
Tiger Hood, yep.
The second one, I got my name here at Hagen Oaks Golf Course. And I was a shithead growing up for sure. But I was selling some shit. Right, so you know, whatever, and but I would always be at the Bell Street Apartments, right? I don't know if you guys know where that is, but it's the Trap, right? I don't know if it still is or not, but I found out the range manager smoked shit, so I was like, all right. So I was like, hey, bro, I'll give you $10 a week. I was like, you just let me fucking take a fucking golf cart with a walkie-talkie. Blast over the hill. I'm gonna be at the Bell Street Apartments right across the fucking freeway. Just hit me if I ever get it. And he's like, all right, fuck it. So I was able to do that for like 3-4 months, right?
Yeah.
And then my dude didn't have any, or whatever the fucking case may be. I didn't give him his shit, right? So then I was doing some other shit over there, and he ended up snitching me out. I ended up cracking him with a fucking 9-iron. Right? Now they call me Tiga Hood. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So
Tiger Woods, you Tiger Hood, because you cracking motherfuckers with a 9-iron.
So so then
Dope.
and then I was forced to quit, which I did happily, right? But then the name never quit either. So I still play golf. Definitely not now since the accident on Sunday, but
what happened on Sunday?
Dude, I was this sounds hella bougie, dude. I was quadding. I was ATVing in the deserts in Dubai.
Yeah.
And I fucking took this 30+ foot cliff at like 75 degrees. And it was at night because like the advanced riders, they go in the daytime and then they go at night. So I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm from America, bro. I'm half white. like send it. Like, you know what I mean? I live this fucking life. And so I was going down this dune and they said, follow the truck. So I'm like following in the middle of the fucking truck. Well, we go to an area where it's like unexplored, where it's like not like run. So it's super powdery dunes, super everything. And it's not like riding Pismo, right? Where there's like water molecules in the air and it like densens it puts a little density in the sand, right? This shit is like powder, right? It's like dusty powder. And
dry ass sand.
Super dry.
Yeah.
Super soft though, but super dry.
Yeah.
And I go in the middle of his like wheel bed rather than on the side where he was compacting. I go in the middle. Well, he didn't know that there was a huge fucking bump in the middle because his wheelbase is a lot bigger than a quad, right? So I hit the fucking thing going about 25, 30 miles an hour down a fucking crazy cliff. And the bike rolls on top of me. I dig into the sand and broke two of my ribs in my back. And the second flip, I just have like all the superhuman fucking retard strength I could ever muster in my life, dude. And I launched the bike after it like presses on me. So I bruised the rib right here, but I kick launched the bike out, and I like roll like 4 or 5 more times. The bike goes this way, I go this way. And it was fucked up. So now like every time I cough, it like, oh man, it feels like Mike Tyson's hitting me on the side.
Yeah.
But I'll do it all again tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds like some crazy ass X Games shit.
Yeah, I know. It's I get around like a $2 hooker on nickel night, man. You know.
But how was Dubai, man? Like
it was baller, dude.
Like what's the best part of Dubai?
Oh man, honestly, if you don't go there all the time, which I don't go there all the time, like at all, just being in another country that is so clean. Like it is so clean. The only trash on the ground was like the cigarette butts that people were like, like there's no trash on the floor.
Have you been to Japan?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I heard Japan was like super clean too. So I wonder if it's comparable to like how Japan is. You know, they don't have no trash cans. They just put everything in their pocket and get rid of it at home.
Wow.
You heard that?
No, not at all.
Yeah, they don't have no trash cans, but there's no litter on the street. Like their wrappers, they take it with them.
Wow.
Like, so if they unwrap something, they put it in their pocket.
That's insane.
Yeah. So I wonder if it's like the same thing as in Dubai.
There's garbage cans.
Okay.
There's garbage cans for sure. There's like recycling ones, and but even there's no trash around the garbage cans. Like someone missed it, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no like, I'll even show you videos. Like they're grease trap trucks. Like, you know, like the trucks that just pull up to like restaurants and like empty the grease, right?
Yeah.
You know how there'll be like maybe a spill of grease, maybe like a small spill or a big spill or whatever. Dude, the whole truck was clean as fuck, dude. It was like, oh my gosh, bro. There was no corroded, nothing. It was like a brand new truck that was just built, but then you like kind of look on the bottom and there's like chips out of the bottom. Like, holy crap, they actually like maintain and clean these trucks, and because they don't want that stuff spilling on their streets.
Right.
So it's just the amount of respect of cleanliness that country has. It makes me want to go back tomorrow for sure.
Right. I think the amount of inspection you did on that truck to notice there was no grease is great.
No, because I know
it's probably super noticeable.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, oh, I'm like, what kind of truck is that? Because it was so clean.
Yeah.
And there's like all this piping coming out of it, and I'm like looking at it, says grease trap. What? That's a grease trap truck. What? Because I'm like
It's
thinking
just clean as fuck.
and it's clean, dude. And so
Are there homeless in Dubai?
No, I didn't see one. I didn't see one. Even in like the areas that were less Dubai than you thought, right? Still no homeless. Still nobody out there like begging. Still no, nothing.
So,
India, different freaking story, you know?
So if I went to Dubai and just was like begging on the street, you think I'd come up on $1 million?
Probably not. You'd
Without
probably
him-
get thrown in jail.
Really?
Yeah, you'd probably get reported, and then they'd probably be like, all right, sir, you probably, here, go to your area. And then they'd take you somewhere, and you're probably not seen again. I don't know.
Is it strict? Is it one of those countries that's kind of crazy?
I didn't notice the strictness because I was just going out there to decompress. Like,
Yeah.
I'd been through a lot in India, and, you know,
You'll
just,
never be worried. Like I feel like I never traveled outside the country. But like if I went to another country, like maybe it's because I was locked up so long, but like that would be like, what are their laws like? Are these police out here tripping? You know what I'm saying?
honestly, I mean,
Because a lot of people don't like Americans. You know what I'm saying?
look, that American passport goes a long way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it goes a long way. Well, first of all,
are you an American douche over there?
no, I'm just a douche in general.
That's right.
But no. Honestly, like, just the American passport, like, they know that you're a tourist, so you don't have. So once you have an American passport, you don't need a visa to go into Dubai. It's already
Got it.
instant. Like,
Yeah.
you're good. Show the passport. They're like, it's you. See you later.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I didn't have one issue, not one issue, like nothing. But there is no tree. Like, everybody knows I smoke like 3 chimneys. There was no tree. I was smoking like cigarettes over there. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know? I was smoking hookah. I was smoking cigarettes, anything to get the, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You smoked hookah in India? Where's
did,
hookah
yeah.
comes from India, right?
Well, I mean, it's all over there, right? But I didn't have too much hookah there. I mean, we had like hash in India.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, and we had like, you know, obviously there's, you know, you can get tree out there stuff too. You know.
Did
had
they
a
drink
couple
out there?
pins. Yeah, for sure. We drank. Yeah, but I mean, the dollar goes a long way in India. I mean, 91 rupees is $1 here.
Yeah.
But you know, I took my family out and to like a really, really nice restaurant, and it was like $70. It's like 6,000.
For how many people in your family?
7.
Oh, shit.
I saw the food
That's
in those
dope.
pictures too.
Yeah, I mean, just think that food, that fed like 7 people was 60 something bucks. I gave them like $80.
crazy.
And like they came out and they're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you, sir." Dude, I'm like, "What the hell? That's crazy." Like,
So you introduced us to a lot of people we've had on the show, right?
Zacchaeus.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Lee.
Aaron Lee, yep.
How do you meet all these people?
dude, I just been around, man. Q made it all possible with just meeting different people. I met Aaron from a mutual friend. We actually, the first time we hung out, we got this crazy Airbnb in the middle of the Malibu freaking canyon. It was just sick, and we were like staying with each other for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And saw him in the morning, and just clicked up from there. He's a cool kid, amazing voice, great artist.
Yeah.
Super humble, down to earth. So yeah, Aaron Lee's dope kid, man. Little bro for real. He's doing his damn thing. Super proud of him. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Super proud of him. He's just not giving up, and God willing, he's gonna go to the top for sure. He
Yeah.
has that spark. Zacchaeus, another one of those great guys.
Doing his shit for
Doing
sure.
his shit
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
The I just feel that the universe is great, man. Especially to people who I feel that I'm doing my mission. I'm doing, like, I know who the fuck I am. I know what I need to do, and I'm not trying to get over. I'm not trying to like position myself over somebody
Right.
else. It's like if we all win, and those are the people who get blessed. I feel,
Bro, and you're super positive, and you're super spiritual, right? Like, and I don't mean like in a religious sense. I just mean like, you're really about like manifestation and positivity, and treating people with respect. And I think has that helped you along the way in your journey?
Man, you would think so, right? I would hope so.
Right.
Because I'm definitely not giving up to the devil, and he's definitely not helping me, right? He's definitely done a lot of damage in my life, and the only time that I feel like that I've been able to feel blessed is through the service of my blessings to other people, right? I have a business that's certainly booming right now, and that's just from the grace of God, man. And I'm able to put my homies on, like a lot of them.
Yeah, and you make some dope beats.
Yeah,
right. Like
yeah,
you make some super dope beats. You're
Thank
around
you.
all these artists,
and you're barred up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I can't wait till you start dropping. We've been talking about your plans for that for a couple days, and bro, I look forward to seeing what you do around here, bro.
Bro, I was
Thanks.
totally surprised to hear your music, and I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker can spit. You know what I mean? And then you did this song with Fats. So I don't know when's that gonna drop. That needs to drop. Like,
Yeah, we just mixed it like yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So it sounded a lot better. So maybe I don't have to redo it. Maybe you just rock with it, you know. But yeah, it's like the first song. Like you would think that like someone like, okay, we need to like feel it out, get a few tracks, then we're gonna pick one. No, it's like we literally just knocked one out. And
Right,
it was,
but
like,
that's how I've been fucking with you from jump, really.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, you know, the homie Remy too, but like,
yeah. Remy's mom took me in when I was fucking homeless, dude. Like I was homeless, walking the
crazy.
streets, bro. Like
Yeah.
my parents didn't want to see me no more. Like doing drugs, like stealing from my homies, like bad shit. You know what I mean? And like I was running amok with Remy's brother. And like I was always doing it, and then when we went to continuation school, I seen Rick, Remy's brother, and I was like, "Hey, it's back on and popping." You know what I mean? Like El Camino days.
Yeah.
It's fucked up for the streets, and it was.
But that's what
It was,
that's
you
what I
know?
was saying on the live. Like you came from the gutter, which
Yeah.
that's a gutter, bro. Like you know
Yeah.
when you have to sit,
Yeah.
when you have
Yeah.
to sleep on
I feel it.
somebody's house,
Yeah.
you know. On
oh no,
someone's
that
couch,
part, yeah, no,
you
for
like,
sure, yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
it gets deeper, dude. I can tell you a crazy story, man.
yeah, just tell it.
Don't
As long-
incriminate
yeah,
nobody.
don't incriminate yourself.
No.
That's
It's
all.
fine. It's like it's kind of it's a fucked up story. So.
Okay.
I remember I was like in the thick of, you know, being homeless, not being able to go back home, like nothing. Like I'm running out of places to stay, and so me and the homies were drinking at this school, and they were doing this huge remodel. There's like huge like HVAC units like stacked in the hallway.
Yeah.
They're like big ass fucking 10-foot units by like 6 foot, like huge things, and I lied to him, said like, "Oh yeah, I got somewhere to stay." I ended up was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna pass out here." Everybody left, but it was so cold that night. The wind kicked up, and I was like, "Damn!" Didn't I had like a short sleeves, and studio was like 5 miles that way. I'm like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to get back there." So I slept in the middle of these two big ass ACs in the school parking or in the school like outside area where like the drinking fountains is and the two bathrooms and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So I slept in the middle and it was so bad, the wind, I actually got sticks and I made a fire in between, and I'm like, oh fuck it, the next day, Saturday, I can, sleep and then, get up and leave. Dude, I woke up and there was kids playing. It was Friday.
Oh shit!
And I was like, no way. So I was like, oh no, this is fucked. So I dip out of there because there's like people on their phones, like, trying to get me out of there, And I dip out, I go to Red Bridge, which is right.
Yeah.
And then so Red Bridge, like it's cracking all day in the summertime, right?
Yeah.
So I was there. I was running amok and drinking. These girls were there. I'm like, I'm just gonna kick it with the girls. And a guy with a boat comes by. The girls leave, right? The whole story. And then I'm like, shit, I'm fucked up. I don't know what to do. So I crash under Red Bridge. I woke up to two bums taking the Jordans off my feet, like trying to like tussle. I tried to tussle with them. I got hit by a rock. I woke up, no Jordans on my feet, one sock. I'm like, dude, what the hell? So I walk all the way to the studio. The studio didn't let me in.
Damn.
And that was my last line of defense.
And that right there is the gutter.
Man.
That's
When
Yeah.
you're sleeping under a bridge and you wake
Lose
up,
your shoes to bums.
Yeah, that was the realization for sure. That, and then
So was that was the catalyst? You were kind of like,
yeah, that was a fucked up time in my life for sure.
So what happened after that? Like what did you do?
After some situations in the streets and all this other shit, after losing one of my best friends, you know, just people were like, yo, they told my family, like, yo, it's not safe for him to be out there like that right now. Like, he's losing people. He might be next. Like, that type of shit.
Yeah.
So my family, like, just let me in. And I was so grateful because I felt like I could have been next. Like, you know, the Sacramento streets are not to play with, you know?
For real.
Especially when you're just out there just doing whatever the fuck you want. Well, the Sacramento streets can do whatever the fuck it wants to.
Right.
And it's a lot more than what you think you can do, you know? And that was the realization I had, man. And I still had a lot of growing to do, but I realized that there's something else that I had to do. So that's when I picked up and I moved.
Yeah.
And you know, just, you know, that's when the American sound recording, that's when, you know, working in sets in LA, and then the sound recording came, and that's when that life happened.
Yeah,
bro, so you just got blessed. You went from getting robbed underneath the bridge to working with some of the Jacksons
within 3 years.
Yeah, and running a hip hop division. Like, that's crazy.
What kind of Jordans were they?
What kind of what?
Jordans?
I think they were like some 6s. Yeah, just like some random 6s, you know, whatever, that I probably like stole from one of my homies, Big Brothers or something like that, you know what I mean? But it was messed up, dude.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
For sure.
Yeah, and to go from that to, you know, American sound recordings, and then, you know, to where you're at now. Like,
oh, man.
Crazy
Bro, are you
life.
kind of grateful for that shit, though?
Kind of. Man, I thank God every day. And I'm not like religious. I'm not like someone who's like going to tell you what God's name is. I know the feeling. I don't know the church.
Yeah.
Right. But I do know that something is pushing me, and like my mom's up there parting the clouds for me. And I'm telling you, every time I win, I'm able to let somebody else win too, and somebody else win, and somebody else win. So I know it's not me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
Your conduit, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
it's it. My mom said, "You shine bright, but don't forget to be others' reflectors."
Yeah,
Bro, that's dope. Damn. How did you lose your mom, if you don't mind me asking?
She passed suddenly, man. That's why I rock this one. But her oxygen level was like 20%. The dialysis, they wanted to do dialysis, but her heart was at 20%. So the dye would be too hard for her heart. So they were going to do dialysis, but the dialysis would be too hard for her kidneys. And it was just like a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, fuck.
You know?
Damn.
So,
well, I mean, she's looking over you now,
rest
man.
in peace,
and,
mama.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, rest in peace to her.
Thank you, man.
She's
Thank
an angel on your shoulder, man. And,
Definitely.
For sure.
definitely a big part of your success.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah.
That's dope, man. I like your outlook on life.
Thank you.
And I like the way you just think about shit, and you're not selfish, and you think about other people, because man, Indians, boy, they be on some.
They're pretty stingy, right? They're like, my dad was.
I'm not trying to be on no racist shit, but
you know, no, my dad says he's like, oh, buy one get one free. Give me the free one first. Let me see if I like it. Like, you know, my dad doesn't even like have an accent though. I told you guys before. Like my dad doesn't have an accent. I just troll him. Like, and it's like amazing, right? But yeah, he's Indians are super, super picky, right?
Yeah.
And then when you try to tip them or pay over, it's like they already think they got over on you. Like, no, it's okay. I made my money. but India's a different beast, man.
well, I think that's a stereotype, though. That's just the overall stereotype.
It's a semi-stereotype.
We all have stereotypes. Right?
I ain't gonna lie. When I was tattooing a Black Widow, I told you this before. My worst customer was an Indian dude, but my best customer was an Indian dude. You know what I'm saying? The worst Indian dude was like, he wanted this tiger with blue eyes, like he was very quintessential, very right. And I was like, okay, so it's probably gonna be like $500-600, right? It's a whole form thing. He was like, I'll give you 200.
I swear, just like that.
I was like, nah, that's not how it works. The best one, he ain't even speak no English, right? But he was just like showing me in his phone like the temples and the gold temples and just telling me this is where I came from and this is like, you know, I don't know what the fuck he was saying really, but he was
the
just
gold temple, the temple in Amritsar, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like showing me these quotes of like, man, he was just like a deep ass dude, and it just like it was a whole little telepathic thing that we had cracking. It was dope.
So,
Gave him this little ass tattoo, but I swear to God, he was in there for 3 hours. Gave him a tiny little tattoo, but he was just cool. You know what I'm saying? He was just cool.
Did he bargain on the price?
Nah, I actually knocked the price down. Like I think I charged him like $100 for like maybe like a. It was. I could have charged him probably like $200 for it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it's cool. He was cool.
But that, you know, you have these stereotypes of certain certain individuals, but then you got people like yourself, you got people like that, you know what I mean, that just change your whole mindset, right? Like, especially if you're not around a certain culture all the time, like you just hear what people talk about, like how people are and shit, like, you know, the stereotype with Jewish people, right? But then, like, I've met some cool people. I've met some dope Jewish people, right? Actually, every Jewish person I met has been actually pretty dope, right? You know what I mean? But I get where stereotypes come from because, you know, but there was that stereotype of Mexicans, like the lazy Mexicans,
right?
But motherfucker, we some of the hardest working motherfuckers there is, right? You know what I mean? Shit, I don't even get sleep half the time. You know what I mean? Working hard and doing whatever. And the same thing with a lot of Indians. We have the same type of culture, like the work hard and get it by any means type of shit.
For real.
And you were saying before, like there's no bums in India where they're asking for stuff. There's people working for it.
Well, there's still like beggars, right? There's still like a lot of beggars. They, like, you know, like knock on the window with their kid, and it's like heart wrenching. It's like, fuck, dude, like. All right, do you have 20 rupees, bro? So someone like now you're looking around the car like who has some fucking money, you know?
Right.
But they only do that to the people that they know that they could get it out of, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen clips. I haven't seen it in a real person. I was actually looking for it, but there was a beggar with a fucking he's like, "No, sorry, I don't have any money." And he pulled out a merchant card reader and he like did the hotspot on his phone and so the card reader would work and then he's like, oh, it works. Like, what the hell? Like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, but you were telling us a story about like a little girl and she was chipping up the rocks and
so we had just got back doing just some boss shit, dude. Geet MP3, like one of the dopest labels out there, right? Someone doing crazy numbers, right? We go back to our flat. It's overlooking Mohali. It's the southern part of Chandigarh. And we're like flexing, dude, hard. You know, my boy's just got this fat ass chain on. And we're all like smoking Indian hash and just going crazy, right? And then we step out on the balcony and then we heard this tink, tink, tink. And I'm like, the fuck? I'm like looking over. I'm like, oh, damn. And I'm like looking at, and I like squint, and there's like a little girl. She's like, I'm telling you, she's like 4 or 5 years old, dude. And there's like this wall that's like just nothing but bricks, and there's like, you know, it looks like a room at one point, right? But it's just like halfway broken down. There's a fat ass stack of rocks. It's all neatly stacked, but she's like chipping away at the bricks. And I'm like looking, and she's chipping away the mortar that's like stuck on the bricks. And so I was like watching, and the dad wasn't coming over and instructing her. Like no one was like telling her she's doing a bad job or, hey, fix this. She was like doing a job, right? Which only means that she'd been doing it for a while. And so I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy. And then I, you know, asked him, but I go down there, like put everything under, like, you know, like make like try to look a little bit more modest, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, like what's going on over there? Like, yeah, she's breaking it up for a rupee. So 91 rupees to our dollar, right? Mm-hmm. She's breaking up all of them up for 1 rupee a brick so she can sell them so they can like eat or whatever.
Oh shit.
I'm like, what, dude? Like and over here, like we're like flexing like $100,000+ and do whatever, right? Like counting just bricks of money and I'm looking down and I'm like, oh fuck, like Like, you can even see it in my face now, dude. Like, this is like, it's a problem. You know what I mean? And
very humbling, right?
Oh, dude, humbling. Like, I just, like, from that moment on, my flex was different. My flex, like, now, like, it's different, right? Everybody says, like, oh, Tiger, you well off. You do. After going to Dubai, I feel like I'm broke, right? Like, oh my God, dude, these guys are stupid, right? But going to India, I feel like I'm rich in different ways.
Right.
It's not just about financials. It's about the mindset, right? It's about, I can give somebody a peace of mind knowing full well that this is not where their life stops.
Yeah.
Right? My dad grew up on a dirt floor, dude. Dirt floor, thatched roof, like brick walls, A-frame house. I don't know if I told you this, but they in the home they had this big center fire, right? And he would be going to sleep as a kid, like, you know, obviously you throw a bunch of wood and stuff in the center fire so you don't have to stoke it at night, you know, so you can just stay warm at night. Well, at night, in the morning, like wee hours in the morning, he'd like wake up to like splashes of it on his legs. And what happens is the animals, after the fire gets dimmer and dimmer, the animals get closer and closer to the house, right? And the later it gets, the animals defecate, they piss, they shit. Well, it splashes on my dad's legs. That's how close he was to the shit. And that's his alarm clock at the end of the day.
Wow.
Right? So I can click snooze on my phone all I want, but I'm still going to remember that story.
Right.
Right? I don't click snooze anymore. I'm up like an hour before my snooze. Sometimes I don't even sleep because my wheels spin all the time. Right? But that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's like legacy stuff, right? My dad said that his real job started when he retired. And I felt that.
Right.
Because walking the bend, walking the village, he repaved some of the main roads in his village. They gave away like sections of land so that way people didn't have to go like 1.5 kilometers around. They could just cut through the land. Now it's a road for the village. You know?
And he built that?
Yeah. He's building all that. You know, that's
dope.
It's like, it's not just asphalt. It's designer bricks.
Oh yeah.
Right? And
probably from that little girl.
I mean, well, this is like, you know, this is hundreds of miles away, right?
Yeah.
But there's a brick. It's crazy. There's a brick place in the village that makes all the bricks and the tiles and stuff, and so he just gives all the money back to the village and all the work back to the village. And
that's dope.
You know, it's it's sick, dude. He's doing God's work for sure.
Man, shout out to your dad, and that's a
Great
testament to who you are. You know what I mean, and how you are. You know what I mean, and just being that.
I got great role models, man, for sure.
Yeah. Being that genuine person that really cares, and you could tell, you know, you care. You know what I mean. That's one thing about you, like you don't never look down. You always look up. Like, you don't look down on people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you know, it was crazy, man. Being homeless and stuff. There's this crazy thing I thought. It's just, you know, that even a bum can teach you how to stay warm in the cold outside, brother.
Yeah. Hey, that's a real game right there. Like,
you
know? real shit. Like,
so, you know, just because we're not accustomed to that life doesn't mean it's not apparent to somebody else every day.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing is, like, you know, I might be a master at making beats. I might be this, but brother, I'm always a student.
And we all are. We all should
Straight
strive
up.
to be. Yeah. Right. So what's the future hold for Tiga Hood?
Oh man. After the month plus that I've had, just with all these life experiences and turning up and almost dying in the desert, and, you know, then coming back and just turning up in my own city, man, I'm just going to say to everybody, enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Because it's more than just music, you know? You're going to see some legacy stuff. My mom always said that, how will you be written in history? And brother, it's going to be carved in stone here shortly.
And I don't say this lightly, but I believe it, and I'm proud to just know you, to be a part of your legacy, right? Just being here, you know what I mean? You're one of them dudes that, you know, you just know, like, man, you're gonna do great things. You already are doing great things.
Thank you, man.
I know that whatever you do, man, I'm proud to help out if I can, or be a part of it. You know what I mean? Both of us. You know what I mean? You already know we've been hanging around together for a while now.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll help each other out and do some things. And you're gonna produce for me, hopefully, You know,
yeah, 100% for sure.
You know, if you don't mind, you know, like I said, I'll pay whatever the fuck needs to be paid or whatever you need me to do. It's good. You know what I mean?
Thank you, man.
We're gonna get that shit done. But yeah, man, what would be something that you would say to somebody who's going through the struggle, who's living right now where you were under a bridge getting robbed for their Nikes? Like, what's one
type shit?
Yeah. What's one piece of advice you can give?
Man, you don't need half the things you see. You don't need 3/4 of it. You know, you just need to like go for what you think is right, and what you think is right only comes from when you lose everything that you thought was right.
Damn, that's game
for real.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people they lose focus, right? They think of you know, they need the big house, the fancy cars, the you know, the brand new Jordans. You know what I mean? Right. And but yeah, coming from somebody
I need
who
all
worked
that.
their way up.
100%. I need all that.
No, but you don't, right?
Yeah.
And I think once you get to that level,
right.
once you have everything you can ever want, like, I mean, it's unnecessary, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, it's hard, right? I mean, when you're in this life, right, and we have our own personas, we have our own thing, because we're all factors in like our own things, right? Like, so one of my boys said, "Hey, I don't ever want to see you in Walmart looking like you belong in Walmart."
right.
Right? So, okay, so then take that for what it's worth, right? And when you're around these people, when you're ahead of your sections, when whatever it is, when you're top dogs, wherever, right? You have to emulate that as well, right? Like, I don't want, like, no offense, but these Balenciagas are fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's like I was stepping out tonight, so it's like, okay, well, all right, I'll just put them on, you know? It's like some of these chains, uncomfortable. Some of these rings, when someone fucking shakes your hand, uncomfortable. Right. You know what I mean? But in order for everybody to be like, oh shit, yeah, you're back. Hey, let's take a picture, whatever. Even if it doesn't happen, you know, it's like everybody's like, oh, hey, Ty was there. He was looking drippy or whatever. Right. As long as it's like that, right? Yeah. Right. I know it's super materialistic and that's just what it is, but at the end of the day, it's like it's what we have to do. Unfortunately,
perception, right?
Yeah, it's perception. Yeah. Like, people know what Bill Gates has to do, right? They just, you know, in a polo and whatever, jeans and whatever, but he's Bill Gates. Right. I'm not a billionaire yet. I don't have a Lamborghini. I mean, you know, maybe we're shopping for something stupid right now, but it's, you know, it's definitely not in the parking lot. It's, you know, ain't no crazy stuff that's not in the parking lot either, but it's, you know, we're still getting there, you know, but it's easier to market. It's easier to have people like, it's shitty. Like, when you don't wear the chain and you don't wear everything, right? Then it's like, people like don't respect something, right? Like, I wish I could still drive my 1995 XLE, you know, Camry, right? It was the best car I've ever had, right? But unfortunately, sometimes, you know, people like give you the finger in the traffic or whatever. Now all of a sudden, since you're driving a brand new fucking Tesla, like, oh, now people are stopping and they're like letting you get by, and they're like, hey, have a good day. Like, oh, fuck you too, dude. Like, you didn't mean that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's the perception, right? So sometimes to get let in the right doors, you have to be like that person who they hold the door for. I
get it. Yeah, 100%. It's you know, people respect money, right? Mm-hmm. So to get in the door, like, it's perception, right? And like, sometimes you gotta look the part that you know, you necessarily don't like. That's not you, but just to be able to get into certain doors, so that can be you. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And the label taught me a lot like that too. Like, he's like, oh, this guy doesn't have a chain. Oh, this guy. Well, hold on. Goes into his bag, puts a chain on him. Does this? Put it like, what? Like, oh yeah, you want everybody to be shining, right? So that's another way too. It's like, hey, when someone's super drippy, and one of your homies isn't, and you have like 6 rings on, dude, give your homie a couple rings to rock that night. Just, if they don't fit, tell him to like rock with his hands like this all night so he doesn't drop shit.
Yeah, but don't lose my shit, because it ain't cubics.
Yeah, so, you know, it's there's definite, like, there's benefits of being on the upper echelon of things, but it also comes with responsibility of making sure you're not like making your people look like super under you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's equal. Everybody eats.
Right.
Yeah. And that's dope. That's game, man. But we're going to end this right now, man. I appreciate you coming by.
Love.
But we're going to have you back, right? Because there's more to your story.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a lot more to talk about. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
Hopefully it's after you drop some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys drop that track that you guys got.
Yeah, that shit's tight.
And maybe work on a project.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should do one. Like, I think for people that haven't heard you, how can they listen to some of your music?
Man, you can just look up my Instagram, just Tiga Hood, TIGAHOOD. You can look it up on Google. You can do DENALI music. You can find all my tags on there as well. Look up like some crazy ass music, like some stuff I've assisted in, like some Deep John Doos, some J.Hinds, some Bohemias. I mean, I'm out there, but I'm gonna start dropping like a lot of stuff for myself.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a crazy whirlwind of just fuckery. It's gonna be sick though, for sure.
It's time, and we here for it.
Thank
you know
you,
what I mean? We here for all that shit. And when you drop your shit, you come back on No Paperwork, man. We're gonna promote it, and
sure.
we gonna shine together.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that for sure.
I appreciate you, man, for real. You a diamond in the rough, bro. You one of them solid ones, dude. You're a lone stallion among mules.
Thank you,
like
man.
real shit. Like so,
Yeah.
hey, we appreciate you, man. Hey, Tiga Hood, BFD, No Paperwork podcast. You know how we do it, man. We out of here.
All right, man.
Peace.
Jeez. Yes.
When times get hard, haters wanna pull your card. Gotta keep it gangster, bro. You gotta keep it gangster, bro. When you're riding around, sliding through your town, gotta keep it gangster, bro. Gotta keep it gangster, bro.
Ill gang. My respect is always earned, cause in them streets I'm far from average. Remember in my circle, known to let them suckers have it. Causing damage, never wrecking, well maintaining my composure. Graduated from a soldier, now the one that's giving orders. Got the team straight full of beast, out here thugging in these streets. Staying solid, always acting, never accepting defeat. Never catch me on my knees, I'd rather die up on my feet. Never let the opposition never get the best of me. Got a heart that's just like granite, kinda dark and hard to break. I'm just the product of my struggle, and it's just how I was made. If you were gangster, be a gangster, homie, thug it to the fullest. But understand it comes with rules and consequences for the foolish. Never snitch, never switch, never leave a homie stranded. Never talk down on your people and maintain a higher standard. Show respect to those who earn it, disregard those hating punks, and always keep a gangster, put that 14th letter up.
When times get hard, haters wanna pull your card. Gotta keep it gangster, bro. You gotta keep it gangster, bro. When you're riding around, sliding through your town, gotta keep it gangster, bro. Gotta keep it gangster, bro.
Loco. I put some slugs up in the sucker's belly to put some food up in my sons. Boy, I come from the slums where we stay chasing hugs. Every day it's get money, catch the buzz. Losing homies left and right, you wonder why we staying numb and lick it up. And yeah, I'm always twisting up a blunt. Look 'em in the eye, staring down the barrel of my gun, don't need the front. Live my life on the run, making moves under this door, the Cali sunshine. Throw up the gang, slang dangs and pack nines. Ain't no holding back time, my son got me looking at you cowards like it's snack time. So tell me who's the animal when I'm only trying to eat. Feed my seed, pay my rent, and put some shoes up on my feet. It ain't my fault, we play for keeps. When times get rough, fuck stress and keep it G. Love those loyal to me and fuck who turn their back on me. And since only God can judge me, yeah, my middle finger's up. Before you speak on mental ill, just know that we don't give a fuck.
When times get hard,